Hey guys, Dr. Prometheus here, back with some more Grand Tactician, our Union campaign. It's in a battle out west, and Nathaniel Lyon in defense of St. Louis. St. Louis, again, a burial ground for Union and Confederate soldiers here. And once again, a battle. That's a big one. So, at this point, oh, they're still technically in battle. That's why I can't do anything. Ken knew the Western Army was going to be all over the place. And I'm fine with that. Since it is winter, we're going to get our winter orders on. Get our depot here along the rail line. Also going to get a fort down here probably. The first corps is here. Army of Ohio. Let's bring in a fort. Straight to the south. There we go. That'll work. It is winter. We're going to be sitting in our winter quarters, so it's not like there's some major issues. And the first and second corps will reinforce each other, so don't have to worry about that. We'll be able to get some supplies down the rail line into Bowling Green and Jackson, at least at the junction. All right. So let's see. So I think we're not going to push anything in winter at this point. For the first year, I think we have a pretty good spot. We're gonna pull in Lynchburg, and that's probably the last capture we're gonna have. Or just chilling in our winter quarters. We're gonna build some more out there. We're gonna move the Army to Ohio. Here. Wool's a destination, meets a destination. So Wool's just gonna stay here the rest of the time anyway. Nothing crazy. Let's also get a depot here. This rail line. The junction of these two rail lines. Be a good one here. We're printing new notes. That we are. We'll do another 50,000. The Western Army is here. Lyons gets the rest of his forces. 6,000. We'll come out and we're gonna crush that in winter. They still have this way to come down New Madrid, but we're gonna close that. Once this fort's done, we're gonna close that with the first corps. They're gonna march in winter. We're not going to hit anyone in any attacks in the winter. Not a smart thing to do. Here's Lynchburg. The depot down there. Buckner is, of course, going to withdraw there. He doesn't want to deal with what we have here. Get back into St. Louis. That's going to go King Cotton 3 for the Confederates. Get that one up. Get that one up. Be ready in 1 day. That's up. Let's upgrade this. The Cavalry Corps in the winter may go down to Knoxville. Keep on changing what we're going to do, but I think it's a smart thing to do there. And since we have Lynchburg, there's no reason to really hold that position. So at this point, come down here and support our guy. Down here, the 2nd Corps. If the army of the Kochny hit me there, we're gonna have to retreat, and it's not something I want to do. Okay. We're gonna march into Knoxville with this cavalry corps. Well, it's a destination. Okay. We're gonna hold that. No way, shape, or form or reason to not hold the areas we are in. Upgrading a lot of our depots so we can get some throughput. We're doing some good stuff here, though. Port. Pretty sure you're in port, but still. Not gonna pull out of our winter quarters. In many locations, it's pointless to do so. Okay, so once we get that, I think we go with Enrollment Act. Just regulars is active. It is. Good Enrollment Act. Where's my random Army of the James? Down here. Okay. Now, who do we do? Medal of Honor. Medal of Honor for our troops. I'm gonna go into a pause. The ward is the one that's doing this. Let's transfer this army. Let's put it under the Army of the Potomac. McClellan. Okay, so it's under the Army of the Potomac. Now, is there anyone that I want to take command of that? How's Halleck? Halleck could probably do it. Reynolds. A Cook. Tyler? No. Sykes? No. Porter? No. John Reynolds? Do we promote Minty? I think that's what we do. Okay. John Reynolds. We need someone to take over this. Well, pick Palmer. DeRussi is here. Palmer is going to be here. Minty as that. Shift Reynolds to take command of that. Okay, so if that is the case, we're going to have two. Technically, portions. Three, you have two, you have three. Two. So this is going to go over to Palmer. Hicks is going to get another. Let's go cavalry. What? Okay, not working. Recruiting is not possible. Oh, we're to B minus. Recruiting is definitely not possible. Okay, we're just gonna have to go with what we got. Okay, if that is the case, third core, this is fourth core. Fourth core. Okay. Some throughputs in our supply depots. Army of the Potomac is somewhere around here. 6,000. We're just gonna hold Knoxville. That core is gonna stay anyway. Sherman's gonna grab that junction. $29 guns. Gobble. B minus. Can't really recruit anyone. Diplomacy 1. We can get more guns. Care about the Europeans being mad. I don't think the Brits are gonna do much anyways. Okay. Did his job. That protects our supply lines. That's great. Really. Remember the destination. Yeah, we're just standing fast at this point. Winter. Do we want to do a winter march? See no opposition. Let's do a winter march. See no opposition to our winter march. And this army isn't ready to move. That one is. This one's set up great. I think once we pound this one actually moves down. We kind of use that one as our center through here. We'll take one army down this way. Take the other army down into here. The other army will kind of hold this area. Eventually, we need to hit Vicksburg. This will be our first incursion deep into Confederate territory. At this point, we've only been in border states, but the fact that we're about to push into Mississippi at Corinth, this large rail junction, and take Memphis is a huge, huge blow. This rail junction, and then we take a large part of the Mississippi as well. this is great. Great push. A Grant. Once we get this supply line, maybe we use the second core down here at Decatur. And once this is up, maybe we just march down to Chattanooga. But this army is likely somewhere in here. I'm not kind of apprehensive to do that. It could wreck our supply line, so I think this cav stays. Maybe we take the second core down to Chattanooga. Okay. Corinth. Depot. Depot here. Throughput to our forces. The rail lines. And we have it flowing through there. Battle him in the Republic. Actually march down here. Done. Down almost across from Decatur. There's no opposition. Okay, so we'll move the Army of the Ohio right here. Remember, going to stay as winter quarters. We aren't getting the food and provisions down here because we don't have supply throughput. Once the second corps comes down here and takes that rail line, we should be fine. The Army of the Tennessee is somewhere over here. We do see it. Union is printing notes like it's going out of style. So it was somewhere back here. Just this rail line not being used because we have an army between us. It's 6,000. It is February. Not sure where it could be. Conscription in the Confederacy. Volunteers. That's fine. I think we get one more right now. Okay. French invasion into Mexico. Well, over here and grab this. Oh, weed out that army that's out there. I don't want to cross that river yet. I'm gonna move over Chattanooga. Important junction. We can get supplies through. $4,000 are disabled here. Not really trickling down. Thing with Minty. All right, Chattanooga is ours. Send Minty's calf to go deal with this. Clear out the Confederate presence over here. They aren't going to move down here. You effectively cut that path off when you take over this in North Carolina, whatever this is. Greensboro. seeing them. Right there. Okay, let's play this battle. Then once we have him out of here, then we can get a supply line. It's through from the east to the west. Use all of our rail lines through this area. Move down into Chattanooga. Establish a line there. Hold it. And then it's all about pushing in the east, pushing in the west. And we slowly kind of cut down Confederate forces here. We have Minty out here. What is this? Little garden. Foggy Top. Big Rock Mountain. I think this one is. Ooh, and it's a really rainy day. Okay, so we're gonna come in here. We have mounted cav. It is a straight assault position, so it wants us to maneuver and attack the enemy, which we will. Well, we will because we outnumber the enemy like 2-1, I think. Yeah. Also in guns, too. We don't have any repeating rifles. One thing would be nice to have repeating rifles, but we need to fix our credit rating. We'll see what Robert Minty can do here. See what defensive position they're gonna take here. If I was in the defensive position, I would have taken would have been on the line here. Actually, if I took a defensive position, it'd be behind this stone wall, and I would refuse it back along this river. I'd be holding along this stone wall. But also this one looks good. So maybe through the city and back through. I don't know. We'll see what they kind of set up here. Got some Colt revolving rifles, mixed cav weapons. You have 2 batteries of 6-pounders, mixed cav, Jocelyn rifles, mixed cav. So some of them are gonna have to play as typical cav, some we're gonna have to play dismounted. The way the he crumbles, I guess. Okay. So we get into a position. Just deploying us with a double line formation. I don't think they would hold at Wright Woods or Willow Hill. Though they could. I think it'd be the smartest idea. Let's see if we can push up here. We can't do the line formation. Don't see them in any defensive structures, defensive fortifications, nothing. Huh. Hex. There's you. You're right there. These 2 6-pounders, bring them right there. We're going to come in from their flank. We're going to force them to move. Assault. Close down. Looking fast. You Buell and Hampton into a very precarious situation. But there's no way he can logically get out of it. Just as long as our cab holds, we'll be good. The Minty has done this before. Easy fight there. They're gonna surrender to us though. Killed 4,000, or we got 4,000. They're 5,200. We all lost 653. Pretty good fight there. Pretty good fight, and the biggest thing with this is we actually open up this rail line, which is the biggest thing we wanted to do, was open up the rail line and be able to push from there. So once we open this up completely, we'll have a full rail line, tell at this rate, from DC through parts of Virginia, through West Virginia, through parts of Virginia, then through Tennessee, curve through northern Alabama, a little bit of Mississippi, and back into Tennessee. So we'll have an entire rail line that we can actually use. Through Athens, through Chattanooga, and then it curves up through. It'd be great to have Decatur at this point, so we're going to move this down to Decatur. The army itself is going to be behind. It's going to be behind the river, I think. We have Chattanooga. Let's roll over to Warrington at this point. No, let's not go over to Warrington. Stop that. We took him out here. We're going to move Minty's cav back. And we're going to capture Greensboro and Raleigh. That might spark a movement from the South Carolina militia. I'm fine with that. Food into this line. Yeah. All right, so it is April 17th. We're slowly getting our act together. That's the biggest thing. Slowly getting our act together. But I think we're fine in the long run. Okay, so we do have Reynolds. Reynolds is going to go down to Petersburg. The first corps. Jesus. First corps under Hooker. Going to go here. Stall. Third corps under Burnside. We're going to move towards Suffolk and Hampton's Legion. After we get that done, we will send the second corps okay, we're going to put Minty, and Minty is going to go down to Greensboro. We're going to send the second corps at this, I think. So then, actually, I don't. That's not a great move. Minty will have that. We'll take Danville. Actually, I'm fine with that. Okay. Pratt's Corps. Armor the Alabama with 43,000. Oh, geez. Okay, now the Confederates are coming in with corps that we cannot deal with. Okay, we need to consolidate our armies. 35,000 here. 34. We cannot actually recruit anymore. That's a big issue. Okay, we're gonna march to St. Joseph with Wilcox. $17,000. Price's Corps. Jesus Christ. Okay, here's where the Confederates start bringing in some forces that we can't deal with. We can deal with it. It's just going to be very. It's going to be very painful, I should say. With the Lebanon. I consult our forces here. This is a whole. The Army of Tennessee is here. Let's have a good amount of forces. We need to bring in the First Corps, and we need to bring in the Cavalry Corps. Okay, Cavalry Corps is going to move back here. All of these are good. So we'll have a defensive positions. Minty's Cav is going to hold this. I don't know how much they have here. So let's bring down the Army of the Potomac down into Petersburg. That's how we're going to have to play this one right now. Full supply. And Grant's entire army will reinforce here. There's that. Once the First Corps is done with the supply depot, I'm going to move them down into Warrington. Then from there, we should be able to reinforce everyone into a fight here. And that's where we'll consolidate these two armies. This is getting a little testy now. Because they're moving those armies out there. Okay. Grab that. Recruitment very low. We don't have any civil order issues. Fuels at destination. Revenue. Okay, Army of Tennessee, First Corps, Second Corps, in contact. This is against Sherman. So the next episode, we are going to go ahead and fight this. Sherman is the commander on field. We will get Second Corps over, and Grant will be on the field momentarily to take overall command. This is a big push here. They have a lot of armies down in Alabama holding what looks like Tuscaloosa. So trying to stop us on a route to Montgomery. We're not going to do that route more than likely. So it's all about getting this consolidated and marching south. But Price's Corps in this, oh, Jesus. Army of the West. Ooh, okay, so that's 2 corps. Ah, they're slowly reconstituting their army, so makes sense. So next episode, we're going to go ahead and take this one. So go and leave a like below, comment, and subscribe. Sorry if I already said that, but I will see you guys next time. Later.